Hey everyone, I was just trying to process business versus personal. And I was realizing how hard it is for my brain to switch back and forth between logical and emotional. And I can do both of them. I know how to use both of them. But I don't like to use my business brain because I realized God isn't a business God. He's a relationship God. He's all about love. And love is a give and take, an ebb and flow. It's a relationship. It takes both of you. And there are different kinds of relationships. And that's why business, like humans do business, is because not everyone is a person to be in relationship with. And so it's like there has to be some rules, some guidelines, some boundaries, so that when people aren't acting loving, when people aren't behaving, love has standards. It doesn't allow certain things to happen. But in the business world, it's the opposite. It doesn't allow a lot of love, a lot of compassion, a lot of grace, mercy, forgiveness. Like those things a lot of times are cut out of the business world. Because it's just business, honey. It's all about money. And the root of money, or money is the root of so much evil. Greed, covetousness, idolatry, selfishness. People even use it to judge their own worthiness, their own success, their own strength, their own abilities. Shows a lot about people's character. And I was talking to a friend and he was analyzing, oh, that's a business decision. That's a Christian decision. That's a logic decision, business decision. And the Bible tells us that the law isn't for people that know how to love. The law is for people that don't know how. And I am so glad that the law is not made for me. I'm so grateful that Jesus came and abolished the law. And that he just wants us to love. And that the law was to teach us how to love in difficult circumstances and in different ways and in all of this. But it's not for us to be judged by anymore. And it tells us in the end times, people who lived by the law will be judged by the law. And the people that lived by grace, mercy, and compassion will be judged. Which grace, mercy, and compassion. It tells us to be faithful and hold on to God's character and keep holding him to his character. Because love is kind and compassionate, but it's also just. And if you want to live by the rules, then God's going to follow the rules. And if you want to live by grace and mercy and patience, you got to keep asking God to do the same thing. And he will, because he's faithful to his character. I'm trying to learn how to be faithful. I'm trying to learn how to balance all of this. How to make loving decisions in the business world while still upholding Christian standards. There's a passage in the Bible that tells us that we might have to suffer for Christ, but to be fair and just in everything we do, so that when people look at us, when outsiders who judge by the law look at us, they can see that we were fair and compassionate and considerate in every choice we made. People might not like our choices, but they'll be able to see the truth. And I realized just because that's the way it is, doesn't mean that it feels good. When someone forces me, when someone puts me in a position where I have to be all business and they don't want my compassion, they don't want my mercy, they don't want my forgiveness, they want me to lay the law down, it hurts me. Because I know it's going to hurt them. I was reading in Psalms, and there was this verse that said, the Lord has sorrow on their misery. And I can see these things happening in real life, and I can see people having sorrow and suffering because of their choices. And I do feel compassion for them. I just don't know what to do except pray, keep trying myself, learn from others, learn from mistakes that I make, that other people make, and just keep trying, I guess. I don't know all the time how to use both sides of my brain, let alone with interpersonal relationships. I was thinking when my drive, I was like, God, it's so easy to just love you. Like when I'm here alone with you, love seems so easy and simple. But every time another person comes around, I feel like I'm failing. And I ask him to shine through me to fill the gap. Because I don't know what else to do. But the more I think about business versus personal, I realize Satan's business and God's personal. Satan wants the contract. He's legalistic. He wants you to try to follow the law so that you can fail and then you can be judged like him. Because Jesus didn't come to die for Satan's sins. He came to die for our sins. There is no forgiveness or redemption for Satan and his demons. There's no compassion for them. They get the letter of the law. And they're so angry and bitter that us humans get this beautiful gift that we don't. That we are made in the Creator's image and that He loves us so much that He set all of this into motion just for us. And that He changed the rules for us so that we don't have to live by the law. That makes Him mad. And He hates us. And so He tries to trick us so that we'll end up where He does. This misery loves company. Love also loves company. That's why God sent his Son, so that anyone who chooses to believe can join him in paradise. So stick with the relationship, not with the business. Stick with God. I love you guys. He obviously loves you more. And I hope you have a great day.